Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a great week and that you're taking this weekend to get some nice relaxing time in. Today's video is going to be super simple. I thrifted this men's shirt for $3. It's in a size XXL. I'm not sure if this is lilac or purple. Are those the same thing? Please someone let me know in the comment section down below. But the color of this shirt is gorgeous and it's a men's shirt. I've been seeing the fitted waist shirt dress trend going around. Shops like Pretty Little Thing are selling their shirt dress for $45. Rebellious Fashion is selling this for $55. And let's just say your girl does not have that kind of money to spend on a shirt dress. So I decided I'd make one for myself. And I really love the cinching in of an oversized shirt. I think it makes it very feminine. And this is definitely something you can either dress up or down. So I'm definitely here for the trend, but not for the price. So in case you want to make your very own shirt dress too, let's get right into it. First things first, you're going to measure your waist measurement. Mine came to 26 inches. You're going to need this, so bear this measurement in mind. And next, you're going to mark with a pin the point you want your cinching in to begin. I use this very bright pin, and there she is. You can see her. Now it's time to measure the width of your shirt. I measured mine. It came to 24.5 inches. So it's going to be 24.5 at the front and the back. But since the back had this dot, I had to take into account their width. So I measured their width, and it came to half an inch, and since they're 2, that's 1 inch in total. So now to do the math, you're going to multiply the width of your shirt by 2, and I also added in the width of my dots since they were part of my shirt, and I got 50 inches in total as the width of my shirt. Now you're going to subtract your waist measurement. I got 24, and now it's time to figure out how to distribute the dots. You're going to be distributing them in 3 positions. So I divided my number by 3, and that is 24 divided by 3, you get 8, and I'm going to be distributing 8 inches at every point. So now I marked 2 inches from the bottom placket on either side. This is the point where the dots are going to begin so that everything looks nice and equal. So now I'm just opening up the shirt and getting rid of the dots at the back. I just used the seam ripper for this. Since we need that length, I just decided be gone with them. And now I'm going to mark the positions of the pins at the front. I just used a pencil to mark the positions. That way I could take out the pins and work on my shirt. So I decided the length of my dots would be 3 inches. You can make this longer or shorter, it's all up to you. And all I'm doing is I'm drawing a 3-inch line, then finding the midpoint of the front of my shirt, and from that midpoint on either side, I'm going to draw a square and a rectangle. My square was 3 inches by 3 inches, and then an inch from the midpoint, I drew a rectangle that was 5 inches by 3 inches. I had to go in and correct this because my rectangle was going over my side seam and I did not want that. But basically, just make sure your additional measurements all make 8. So for me, my 5-inch rectangle and the 3-inch square makes 8, which is the length we need to take in. And as you can see at the back, I varied things a bit. I did 4 inches by 3 inches. So 4 plus 4 will make 8. I hope you're not confused. Just make sure whatever you're drawing out adds up to the number you need to take in at each and every point. So I also folded in my shirt in half just to make sure everything was equal. I did not want people knowing I made this in my basement, so I tried to make it as professional as I possibly could. And on this side, I just repeated what I did on the other side. I drew a square 3 inches by 3 inches, and then half an inch from the midpoint, I drew a rectangle that was 5 inches long by 3 inches wide. So when I add my lengths, which is 5 and 3, I get 8, which is a total number I need to take in to make my beautiful dots and make this shirt fit me at the waist. So now you're done with the bulky part, which is drawing all these things out. Now everything will be a breeze. And as you can see, all I'm doing is I'm pinching the fabric within my diagrams together and then pinning along the straight lines. This will just make sewing so much easier, and honestly, everything looks nice and equal and looks very professional, other than eyeballing it and just doing whatever. So I highly recommend you take the extra steps. I promise you it's going to be so worth it because everything will look so nice and neat. So as you can see, I'm ensuring the pin goes through the line on the other side. That way everything is nice and straight. And now repeating the same thing, pinch the fabric, make sure the pin is going through the line, and just pin your fabric in place. This is so simple to do, and drawing the rectangles and the squares makes everything so much easier. So it's a step I definitely recommend. After pinning everything, I pinned off the excess fabric as well. That way nothing would move about. And now you're just going to sew along the points you pinned, and that's basically it. As you can see, the squares look very nice and neat, and once you sew everything up, it's going to look perfect, I promise. So moving on to the sewing machine, obviously make sure you backstitch at the beginning of your stitch. Since you're not going to be cutting off any fabric, we need the stitch to be very secure, so make sure you backstitch and backstitch again and again, like your life depends on it, okay? So just do a basic straight stitch, and as you can see, my straight stitch looks good. I just repeated the same thing at each and every point that I pinned down. Basically did my straight stitch, made sure to backstitch a few times, and after that was done, I had a beautiful straight stitch. Look at how neat that is. And once you flip it over to the outside, you have this dots, which are basically what's going to cinch in your waist. And after that's done, you're done with making your dress. So this took me 20 minutes to do. I'm not even kidding. It's super simple. There's no cutting, just a lot of math, which I'm sorry for, but it's not complicated. So I really hope you're not confused. I really hope you guys try this DIY because it's super fun and such a beautiful way to make a manly piece into a more feminine piece. I think the cinched in waist on this shirt is everything. It looks beautiful, and with a pair of heels you have a dress for date night, and with some sneakers you're ready to run errands. So it's definitely a piece I see myself wearing a lot, and I hope you consider making it. That way we can be twinsies. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below, and I hope I'll be catching your beautiful face in my next upload. Until then, take your man's shirt, take your dad's shirt, take your brother's shirt, and make a million shirt dresses that you can sell for $55. Honestly, this is me giving you business tips, and I hope you take it into consideration. You can make a $3 item, sell it for $55, and go buy a whole bunch of McDonald's. So I hope you consider it. Anyway guys, see you next time. Bye.